We're going up to see Jenny and surprise her with her $5,000 prize. Jenny, congratulations. You're a Bunnings home ground hero.
Pretty honoured and humbled to be a Bunnings home ground hero.
It's overwhelming actually, it's humbling. It's a nice reminder about why I do this.
But yeah, just the whole sense of gratitude, man, and thankful to Bunnings and TNZ.
This isn't about printing. It's about better results with over 90 offices right across the country in residential, commercial and rural.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.
E te ti e te tā. Kei ngā hau e whānau mai hoki mai ki tēnei o ngā whakataitai, the 2022 Bunnings New Zealand Secondary Schools Touch Nationals presented by Bayleys. Ko tahuti mai nei koutou ki raro I ngā manga o Rotorua ki konei tū ai te whakataitai I te tau nei. Our game coming up, we have King's High School, all the way from Otago, going up against Tauranga Boys College. Now I know after the last few years, King's High School doing quite well. I think at the last Touch Nationals, they were just pipped by Rotorua Boys High in the final. So they'll be looking to come back strong this year. And with the way Otago Touch has been going over the past few years, I wouldn't be surprised. Very strong, very quick, and very fit. We also have them going up against a Tauranga Boys College today. Their captain will be number 12, Case Meyer. They're looking like they have a very solid team this year. They have 1 year 9. The rest are seniors in their team. So a very good team. Here we have the King's High School lineup. We have Tuhinga Tupu in at number 1, Pledger at number 2, Jefferson at number 3, and like I said, captain in their number 1, Orlando Tuhinga Tupu, and co-captain in their number 4, Oscar Cameron. Tauranga Boys, though, we have Mitchell Davenport at 1, and their captain is their number 12, in Case Meyer. Now, he's been playing since he was a year 9. He's now year 13, so ready to take control of this team and hopefully take Tauranga Boys where they need to be in this competition. The weather, as you can see, still not that great. The wind is blowing, the ground is wet, so the ball will be drenched. Lucky for us, though, we have some very good refs on board. They're controlling the games quite well. They're keeping the pace of the game up. As you can see, nice and cold. You can see the King's High player there trying to keep warm. Bopping up and down, that's what you need to do just before the hooter. And here we have Tauranga Boys College with ball in hand. I think they find an early one. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Tauranga Boys? Let's have a look here at this replay. Just nice little, able to bring those two, that middle and that link together just enough to get the outside line. So beautiful work here. That is the way to start. That was King's High School, just with a nice little early dot down. Tauranga Boys will be looking to find a reply, and they do. They get the yards. They're on the 7. Nice little dive there. Ball down before the touch. And if we're going to look at the replay here, it all comes down to this drop. Watch here. He's able to get away from that first defender, pushing him right on that 7-metre line, not giving the defensive line enough time to get back to the try line onside. giving them a nice little easy dive there. Beautiful reply by Tauranga Boys College. Here we have, though, Kings High School. You need to be careful because they are very quick and they know how to identify a hole. Kings High School making it look easy here. And that just all comes down to some good go forward and good pace. Look at the downtime of ball on ground. Very difficult to do, especially in this weather, which isn't too great. But Tauranga Boys High here, they'll be putting this Kings High School defensive line to the test. Here they are, shifting it out with the bow back on their 32. Again, able to just get those extra yards in. Kings High School won't be too happy with that. Tauranga Boys now, bringing it back out, looking for a 33 play, and they do. But they hit that link on the outside, and he goes for the long. I'm guessing that's a forward pass, though. E te whānau, joining me today, I have Jen Te Whata. Te Whare. Jen Te Whare. Kia ora mai e hoa. We have Jen Te Whare, our expert commentator, coming in with us. How are you going? How are you feeling about today's match there, Jen?
Yeah, good, thank you. I had the opportunity to watch Kings High this morning and they showed a dominant display, so it'll be interesting to see how they go in the tournament.
Yeah, you can see just by watching their basics, very, very good, especially in this type of weather. He goes for the backdoor check. They do another one. Nice little late. Do they have numbers here? They do. They go for the check out wide. Tauranga Boys defence, they need to be cohesive here. And they do. They do a very good job of shutting down this King High School side. What Kings High School were able to do, though, was able to jam them just down in the opposite corner from their box, making it just a little bit harder for them to sub off. And, you know, key things like that, forcing your defensive team, forcing the team to, you know, just make those extra yards, they all tally up come into the game. As you saw in the last game between Mahurangi College and Ngā Tapuai, both teams are very, very tired come the last 5 minutes. Tauranga Boys here, able to find a hole but unable to dot down. What they have managed to do is to get all the way down to the opposite 7.
Yeah, and this weather is a real leveller for them as well. Like, you'll find that the teams that are normally quite agile and just the basic skills like that, they seem to go missing in this weather, and you've just got to be a little bit more careful with the ball.
And here we have Tauranga Boys College. Another opportunity here to attack. They go for just the little outer.
Yeah, that was a nice little change of pace to get on the outside of his defender and get an under.
And here we have the replay here. Nice little drop here. They go for the scoop. Looks like he's going to run straight in. Just a nice little bounce out. And because of how wet the ground is, he can afford to dive a little bit earlier, just giving him those extra couple of yards to score that try.
Yeah, and very hard for the defender to change his direction at that pace and be able to make the touch. So it was a good read.
Now, I know Kings High School, they'll be disappointed with their defensive effort there. They'll be looking to make it up with some easy tries, but unable to do that. Nice little check back on the inside, though. I know he would have enjoyed it if it was just a little bit lower, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you want in this weather, although the handling can be tough, but if you've got good skills, you're in there.
And that's what it's coming back to in this weather, just nice skills and good defensive effort there by Tauranga Boys College.
Yeah,
they recognised where the choppers were coming in, didn't overstep, didn't overchase, just took one step off their line, very, very well trained there.
Good yardage too. They're being careful on their drives in there. They're making sure the ball's controlled and still getting that momentum.
And here we have nice drop, able to get in behind the defender. Unable. Oh no, they still have ball in hand. But I like what they did here. They recognised they maybe weren't going to score the try. So what they tried to do is stack them down in this corner. Just forcing this Kings High School team just to work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
They need to be talking on this defensive line as they're coming up the field, though. Kings High School looking like they're making some easy yards.
Yeah, it's definitely good to box them in on the far side, especially in this weather, just so that they're having to pass that ball a little bit more and make it harder for them to get to the sub box.
Though I can't see the ref, I'm guessing that was player in the ruck, so Kings High School. They'll get the penalty here. They get a fresh set, and they're able to make their first touch right on the 7 metre. No, he pulls out here. That's 2 there. Here they are. They've got a back door coming around. They go with him. Stays out wide. They've got numbers. Does not need the number, though, as the chopper from that link just able to slip him by the feet. Here it is here, watching the replay. Here he is. You see him checking out that defensive line. They're able to get on the outside of that first attacking middle. And as soon as he checks off to the link, Link realises that he has the hole right in front of him and just puts himself into a good body position to score that try.
Yep, that was definitely good attacking lines.
And here we have Kings Tauranga boys, sorry.
So it looks like they're setting up for a 33 peel. That seems to be one of their go-to plays on attack. And there's so many options off that play, you really can go any way.
Yep, and what I like about that is when that peel does come around, that first pass is always a short one, and always better to play short in this kind of weather.
Yeah, there's a bit of wind out there too, so they won't be wanting to throw long much.
We have another 33. Dummy probably not in the best position there. He checks back on the inside. There he goes. There's a better position.
Yeah, they're probably just lacking a little bit of depth on those plays, and that's why it's not pulling off. So you want to get a little bit deeper on those bows just so that you can run into it at a little bit more pace.
Oh, and the early mistake by Tauranga Boys College, unable to take advantage of the free set they had on their line. But you've got to take your hats off to the Kings High School, how their links are defending. They're doing very well, identifying where they need to be and who they need to be shutting on, and they're getting up nice and early, especially in this weather. It's not giving the attacking team enough time to get hands on ball. With eyes up, and here they are. They've got an outside line, but some real good defence by Tauranga Boys College. But again, Kings High School able just to jam them down in this corner. And here they'll be looking to get some flyers up nice and early, just to shut down these yardies. Tauranga Boys, though, they do find a hole, they find a gap, and they find a way to get to their box. They got fresh legs on the field now. This will be moving into 4. They check out. Going to be a nice little check back on the inside. Back door coming around. He finds him. Is he looking for a late?
Yeah, they're playing good man-on-man defence here, Kings High, and you can afford to do that because obviously they're not looking to throw it as far, or you can afford to come in and man up on your players. So yeah, really good defence from Kings.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the way that Kings are playing it at the moment. I think they realised long balls aren't going to be flying today, so keep that defence nice and tight, force those links to be coming in quite early. Tauranga Boys College here, looking like they're getting caught out of sorts on this defensive line. He looks for the cutter. He's got the cutter. They got that one sitting in the pocket, unable to get that ball out to the link, though, who was open with his winger on the out.
It's actually really nice to see them using the ball the way that they are too. They're not just being one-dimensional. They're keeping it alive. They're looking at the option that are in front of them, and yeah, didn't come off for them that time, but it definitely will if they keep playing like that. Yeah,
and it just goes to show the skill of this Kings High School team. Regardless of the weather, they are throwing the ball. They are going into their rucks. Downtime is very, very minimal.
Yeah, definitely, which is difficult to do when it's raining like this.
Exactly. But Tauranga Boys with some good yards here. Unable to get a good scooper off the edge. They can get numbers here, though. Beautiful work by Tauranga Boys College. Just to shut that lead down. Scores are levelled. And here, just looks like it was good positioning. Link defender got locked up with that middle attacker. He did fall over, forcing that wing to make the decision. Does he come in? Does he stay out? He ended up coming in. So they just tipped that ball out to the wing. Beautiful work by Tauranga Boys College.
Good timing on those passes as well.
Tika ana tēnā. Oh, but Kings High School there with early mistake. Rare by them so far in the game, and with 4.5 minutes left, perfect opportunity for Tauranga Boys College to take the lead here if they can get out, or even just pushing them down into this red zone of theirs. Back into the middle. Backdoor player coming back through, unable to get that scoop, but he does find the extra player.
Oh, unlucky.
They like that little pocket play. Forcing the late, then checking the pocket, hopefully have numbers out on the out.
It's good momentum from Kings on the drive, so they've just given a little sneaky play out to the winger, which is a common boxing play just to keep that winger alive and then look for the extra pass when the defender comes in, so that was pretty smart.
Very, very smart, and it just goes to show the pace they have on this team. Like you said, nice little boxing play there. The link just doing enough just to latch that winger in and then able to check off to his outside winger. Here we have Tauranga boys again, down by 1, score 4-3. Tauranga boys are still very much in this. Looking like they'll go for the same, another backdoor play here. Is he going to follow that out? Yes, he does. Unable to capitalise. But that was very good work by the attacker there. I think he realised that the player was offside, so he forced himself into him, giving them a fresh set on the 7.
Yep, so this will be good for them. They'll get 6 touches and a good opportunity on the line without having to do all the work on the yards.
Yeah, Tauranga, though, they'll be looking for some better communication between their dropper and their dummy half. Nice one there. They've got numbers out on the left. Number 10 looking at the referee, giving them the eye. Was it ball down first? Ref saying, no, it wasn't.
I think he might have been a bit unlucky there. It looked like the link was still in front of the line, but play to the referee, boys.
Bus play here, long ball out to the left side. Oh, Tauranga boys unable to rein that one in, though. Kings High School let off the hook again, just coming down to the weather conditions, playing a huge part. Ball is very wet, wind is blowing a lot. I'll tell you what, I'm lucky that I'm sitting under this tent and not out there. But here we see now, we have Kings High School on the attack. They've made it inside their attacking 40. They've got numbers out on this right side. Can they find the gap? Good defence by Tauranga boys. But again, Kings High School just locking them down in this corner.
Yeah, their ball to hand is really good. Like, I don't think I've seen them drop many passes, and that's really important. Could be the difference.
I think it's definitely going to be the difference today. It'll all come down to those basics, trying to keep hands on ball. Tauranga Boys College, very good at psyching out that first defender and just finding those extra couple of metres.
Yeah, they carry the ball well in with the ball well in 2 hands as well, which is putting the defender in 2 minds, so they're not sure, and that gives them the flexibility to pass or take the hole if they need to. So it's good work from Tauranga boys.
And Kings High School, they're not able to look after the pill, and with 1 minute left, I know they'll be regretting that mistake. But here we have it. We have Tauranga boys here able to draw it up just before half-time. We've got the first touch there. Here they are looking for a mid play. He goes for the quickie. Can he find that inside line? The link, though, flew up, but he did come from an offside position. Tauranga boys here with 30 seconds left. That's enough for a set of 6. They take one again. He's looking for that penalty. Here they'll be going for another mid play. He checks it out. Touch and pass there. Unfortunate for Tauranga Boys College. Very well defended by Kings High School.
Yeah, I think Kings have identified that Tauranga's got a few agile players that are looking for that quickie, so they're sending their link up high and that's shutting it down.
Yeah, there we go. They looked for that box play again with the pace on the outside. Tauranga Boys College, though, open to that one. Here we have it'll probably be the last play here. They'll be just looking to get some pace on it, unable to make the gap. But there we have it. First half score, Kings High School up 4-3 here at the Bunnings Warehouse Touch Nationals 2022. Going up against Tauranga Boys, who are only on 3. Only 1 point in it though, Jen.
Yeah, close game, and these two teams traditionally are really strong. Kings High did really well last year, and so yeah, it'll be interesting to see who comes out with the win.
Engari kaua hare tawhiti atu, a koa ke nei hoki mai ai ki tēnei kēmu I wainga nui I a Kings High School me te kapa o Tauranga Boys College.
We're going up to see Jenny and surprise her with her $5,000 prize. Jenny, congratulations. You're a Bunnings home ground hero.
Pretty honoured and humbled to be a Bunnings home ground hero.
It's overwhelming actually, it's humbling. It's a nice reminder about why I do this.
But yeah, just the whole sense of gratitude, man, and thankful to Bunnings and TNZ.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go one. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bayleys finding buyers that others can't.
Nau mai, hoki mai, e te whānau ki tēnei o ngā whakataitai, e tūana ki kone ki Rotorua. We have King's High School going up against Tauranga Boys College. The score at the moment, 4-3. Jen, your thoughts on the first half so far?
Yeah, I think both teams have showed promise and their abilities. I think Kings High is probably leading at the moment. They're just holding on to that ball a little bit longer and making smarter attacking decisions. But I think if Tauranga Boys can pull it together, then they'll be a real threat.
And before we get into this game, Touch New Zealand is looking for the coach of the tournament. Thanks to Bunnings Warehouse, there's 6 prizes up for grabs, including $500 in a Bunnings voucher and a coaching kit for the winner, plus fun spot prizes for nominating. Visit Touch NZ on Facebook or Instagram to nominate your coach of the year, and you could be in to win. Here we have an early intercept by King's High School, but it looks like they're bringing it back. I'm guessing it was a touch.
0, yep, and that becomes touch 0 now under the new rules. Oh, and unlucky, just slippery hands.
Oh, look, this is perfect for Tauranga Boys College, who are down 4-3 at the moment. They need to score a dot down here, as we've seen how potent King's High School are when they're on that 7. And he's got his player offside. Link was on, though. Beautiful work there. Great defensive effort.
Again, we see that high link coming up and just shutting down their play. If Tauranga can read that, they should be able to get around it. But, yeah, they're definitely hitting them nice and fast.
There we have another high link. He does run into that mid, though. I don't know whether that was the striker or the other player coming around. We have a backdoor play coming around for Tauranga College. He looks for the over the top.
Oh, unlucky.
King's High School there did well to defend out that set. Here they are, looking like they're trying to get to their box. They'll be bringing on some fresh legs.
Yeah, they're actually making quite good meters on attack as well. You know, they're nice and clean. They're getting that ball up nice and fast, and their transition's good.
Yep. I don't know if you guys at home can hear that, but the weather is not getting any better. It's only getting worse. Nice little check off there to the link, who was coming in on that hole, unable to get the ball down though into his hand. So Tauranga Boys College here with a nice let off. They'll be looking for some good yards. They've got one player coming around to box, and again just able to get away from that first defender, giving them those extra couple yards. They add up, those types of plays. Tauranga Boys here, they'll be looking to set up for a scoop or something out on this last. They are quite bunched out on this right side. Does he look to coming back open? I would say so. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, they really needed to bring that ball back to the centre for that one, just to spread the defence and create a bit more space. They were very isolated, and there wasn't much that was going to come from that, unfortunately.
It did make it quite easy for this King's High School side defensively. But here they are with some really good yards, and again, just basics. Just nice ball to hand. Downtime, very minimal. Check off here. They've got numbers out on this right side.
Yeah, that's a really, really good example of a great transition. They just kept their flow going. They didn't slow down. There was no stop in momentum, and it resulted in the defenders being offside and the spaces opening up.
Yeah, and that, though it may look easy, it is not. Let me tell you this much. It is raining and it is windy here. That is very good ball handling by this Kings High School side. That pushes their lead out by 2 points. They're now 5-3 against this Tauranga Boys College side. Can they answer here? They got a backdoor play. They were running them quite easily in that first half. Nice little long ball out to the swinger. He does get ball down. What is the ref calling? Ball down.
Ball down. Well done, Tauranga.
Looking forward to seeing the replay here. Backdoor play, checks it back on the inside. Long ball out to the winger. Simultaneous, that's all I'm going to say.
Looked like it could have been a touch, but referee's call, and in this weather, it could have gone 50-50.
I'm happy with the ball down call. Very good refereeing here. As you can see, ball down right. Maybe not. But hey, it's a good call for Tauranga Boys College. They get the rubber of the green on that call. Kings High School here will be looking to make up for that mistake, as it was a defensive mistake on their part.
Oh, that Tauranga defender was lucky not to be called for rolling just then.
Yep. Good touch there. Good defence there by Tauranga Boys College. It is the second half. We've got just under 10 and a half to go. They've got numbers here. Oh, he could not stay on his feet again, just coming down to weather and conditions. It did look like they had numbers out on that left side. Oh, lucky to hold on to that ball.
Yeah, I think the difference at the moment is just in their yardage and their boxing. Kings College are recovering really quickly. They're getting up, putting pressure on, and Tauranga's a little bit disjointed.
Ai rā, ko te hiringa matua o ngā whakataetai nei I tēnei wā I te mea heke mai ana te ua ko te anga whakamua. And Tauranga Boys here, they look like they did have numbers but unable to convert it into points. What they have managed to do there, they've managed to bring it away from Kings High School's sub-box, forcing them to work just a little bit harder to get fresh legs out on the field. As you can see, it's already the third touch. Not near the halfway yet, so very good by Tauranga Boys. Oh, but they do give away a mistake there. Late in the touch count.
Yeah, that was unlucky. They were doing really good, keeping them in their half up until that era.
Kings High School up by 1. They'll be wanting just to give them a bit of a buffer here, hopefully scoring off this set. Timing on their pass is very, very clean. Backdoor play. He's going to go on that wide. Ooh. These are Kings High School links just holding those pocket plays quite well. Forcing the defender just... Oh, no. Early mistake by Tauranga Boys College. I did not see it.
I think that might have been a forward pass off the ruck area to the player running onto the ball.
You heard it here from our touch expert, Jen Te Whare. And here we have a 32 play. They go for the peel. Again in that pocket.
Oh, so that was an unlucky situation for Tauranga. The ball rebounded off the Tauranga player back into the hands of Kings High, and they were able to carry on with the play. So.
Ah, there it was. I did see it just right off that hip. Hey, look, you take the tries any way you can get them in this here game, and that does push the lead out 6 points to 4. Kings High School ahead at the moment, but with 8 minutes left, still so much game to be played. Here we have Tauranga Boys. They'll be wanting to look for a dot down here.
Yeah, plenty of time in a touch game. Anything can happen, even with a minute to go.
All right. So they've brought on Reef Newdick, who's been very strong. He was very strong in their first half, as well as Moihi Gardner, their number 13. That's them in that mid and link position. He's coming outside, goes back for the short. Unable to convert it into points, though. Well defended by Kings High School. Here they are coming up off their line. Just looking to get to their box. Some good pace coming off it, though. You always need at least one strong rucker. And it's looking like Kings High School actually have a few of them. Beautiful yardies here, especially in this kind of weather. Touch and pass there. Very good by Tauranga boys. What Kings High School were able to do there, though, is they were able to take it all the way up the field.
Yeah, and you can see the pressure they're putting on the defence because they're constantly rolling. They're constantly trying to recover and regather and make those touches. So great yards.
Tauranga boys here. You can see the boys after that defensive effort. They're looking to just get a bit of a break. Oh, it does not get caught against the defensive side. That is a drop ball, I think it was in, or maybe just not a clean ruck. So Kings High School here, looking a bit isolated as a lot of their players went to go and sub. They have brought a bit of their pace back on the field in this number 2 for Kings College, and Dylan Pledger has been very strong in this match. Scored a couple already. And here he is, Dylan, back in that middle. You can hear his coach calling out to him to lock in. Nice step back there.
Just about got him. I think if the weather was drier, he might have had more luck there.
Here we have Tauranga boys just bringing it up the middle here. That's what I like for the first 2, and then pushing out to the box. And as you can see, this has given them a good platform to work their yards off. And that just come down to taking the first 2 right up the middle, not going to the box straight away. We've got a scooper here, and we've got players offside. Nice little check out to this wing, unable to convert it into points, though. Very good defensive effort by this King High School side. You'll see here on this Bayleys replay.
Yeah, so I think that the player just needed to draw those 2 defenders in together, so unfortunately they just weren't able to pull them in together to create that space on the outside.
But again, identifying the player he went down on was the middle, and to my eyes, it looked like he was still offside. So maybe unfortunate there. Hoya not. We have Kings High School now right down the middle, and they're already down to the 7. They will get a repeat set as well. Tauranga Boys College late in the set, get ball to hand. So a fresh set here for Kings High School. He's going for the outside quickie. Can he dive under? No.
That was good defence from the Tauranga defender. He made his corner and then he recovered to make the touch.
Yeah, just nice and easy little shot there. Here they're attacking the short side. Offside. Took a while for me to realise what was happening there. I heard the call, but just didn't know what it was. Anyway, we have a 33 play here, and he's got the huge hole in the middle, just defensively.
Yep, I think the other middle just wasn't aware of what was happening and left that big space in between.
Oh, he did. And that just comes down to communication between your mids.
Yep.
Letting your mid know where you're cornering.
That's it. He pulled a good corner. Initially it was right, but he just didn't recover to make that touch. And they had a quick inside play, passed the ball back through the middle.
E tikana kia tuku atu i ngā mihi anō hoki ki a whakaata Māori. Ko rātou te hunga i whakaia ana kia whakaatu atu i ngā huatanga nei ki runga i te pauka whakaata. E mihi ana. Bunnings anō hoki, Bayleys anō hoki. Ko rātou mā ngā huru e rao ngā manu e rere. Whakapono anau he ke taku whakahua i tēnā. Hoi anō, e te whānau. Here we have Kings High School making their way up the field with some good yards. Again, downtime. Minimal downtime, which means they're getting some really good go forward here, catching some of these Tauranga Boys College players just out of position. Nice little tip on there, and they've got numbers out on this right side. Can they turn it into points? Of course they can.
That was a well-worked try. Just gave the nice little underarm pass, or some of us might call it a juster pass, just to suck the defender in and then pop it off to the outside runner, create the overlap.
Yes, you can see here Kings High School just showing some really good fitness. Late in the second half, they're able to stretch their lead out to what was 1 point out to 4 points. So the score now 8-4. With just under 2.5 minutes to go, Tauranga Boys College, they need a quick dot down here. They need a quick dot down, then they need to force the mistake. Unable to do that though. And again, the conditions playing a huge part in how this game's played out so far.
Yeah, this will be the second game for these boys, and they'll be drenched and feeling the weather, and it'll start to get to them. And I think Kings, just their 1%ers, their basic fundamental skills at the moment are just dominating.
Yeah, fundamental. Oh, very lucky to get away with that one. No, he does not get away with that one. You need to play the ball between the legs, and your shoulders and hips need to be square. I did not see any of that in that play. So lucky for Tauranga boys. Here they are making their way up the field. 1.5 minutes to go. They'll be looking just to, clean up some of the basics. Passing, catching, things like that, because Kinga Kōrero, it's going to be wet all weekend. So the weather's not going to be getting any better for these teams, so they need to learn how to play in these conditions. And like you've been saying all game, Jen, it's coming down to your fundamentals and your basics. That's what's going to win you these matches. Some good talk here, just trying to slow the play down, Kings High School. They're up by 4, they don't need to rush anything. Nice little tip off there. They got numbers on the left, unable to get it to the winger though.
I think what I like about this Kings High team is that they're looking at the spaces, they're reading the ball, they've got their structured play, but they're looking to offload and pass into space, and it's just making Tauranga have to work twice as hard.
Yeah. You just have multiple players on this King High School side who have really good touch IQ. They know when to be pushing the pass and when to be holding it.
Oh, that was lucky.
That was very lucky. How did he get away with that one? Not on the mark? Ah, yes, because they rolled it, but it's a tap. No, I'm lying. Don't even listen to me.
I think they... Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. It was off camera, but I think they may have rolled it or played it incorrectly, which some referees will turn that over and some will give you a second chance. So they were lucky on that one.
And there we have it, E Te Whānau. We are going to have one more play as it is a penalty. Will Kings High School try to do anything here? Will they just take the touch? Score is 8-4. And I know sometimes... Oh, and they give it away to Tauranga Boys College. He's got some pace here. Will he be able to score a try? And that could be key for this Tauranga Boys College side, as sometimes points differential does come into play.
Yeah, absolutely. You always play to the final whistle.
Yeah. No, very good game by both teams here. I think, again, it just comes down to those things that you were talking about, Jen, fundamentals, basics, and being able to play in this type of weather.
Yeah, definitely. And unfortunately, a lot of these kids wouldn't have had much lead-in time playing in weather like this. So these first few games, it'll be telling. And like I said earlier, it's a leveler for sure.
Aira, e waru ngā piro ki te kapa o Kings High School. E pakangana ki tēnei o ngā kapa no roto mai i a Tauranga Moana. Ko Kings High School I puta te ihu I tēnei o ngā kemu. Hoi anō kaue haere tawhiti e karema. E haere ake nei. We have Auckland Girls Grammar School going up against Ngātai Aotea Wharekura in the Girls Division. So please, don't go far, E Te Whānau.